What up, y'all? We are back in this motherfucker.
What's
Hope you
good,
guys are
guys?
enjoying these podcasts, video and audio. If y'all don't know, we're being putting out a weekly podcast and we're doing our best to make sure we keep up with it and keeping the topics fresh. You know what I mean?
Hell
This is
yeah.
just, not just gamer dads, game related stuff, but things that we like to enjoy and further topics that are to be coming down the pipeline. And I hope you guys enjoy. But tonight or today or whatever time of day you're listening and watching this, we're gonna be talking about some goddamn movies and games coming out the first quarter of 23. Man, we got a good list here, man. What do you think about this little list we have?
Hey man, this list is pretty interesting, especially when we peep like what was like the newest updated version of what's going on.
Yeah,
Some things I got a little bit more faith in. So
Yeah.
I'm actually really liking this list.
yeah, man. It's just cool because we're getting into more topics that we like to do, like we do in our normal day life when we're not streaming or talking about games or something like that. Hey, we like to watch movies. Yeah, well, of course we look forward to certain games and stuff. So we got a list of some movies here, man, and obviously one of the big blockbusters coming out this next month is Ant-Man, bro. What do you think
Oh,
about
yeah,
this whole
bro.
Ant-Man shit coming out, man?
So like, okay. I'm a huge Marvel head. I've always
Oh.
been a Marvel head. Comics, I had comics out the ass, bro. Like,
Out the ass.
bro, straight up, I wipe my ass with comics. You know what I'm saying?
No, man, they're worth too much money.
Yeah, I just sprayed them down with water after and cried about it, you know? It was the 25
Put 'em-
cent comics at store, but
put-
nobody want.
Put them back in the little sleeve.
Yeah, like I read a Marvel comic, but I wiped my ass with a DC comic. You know what I'm saying?
You are the DC fans out there.
Nah, but DC comics are good shit. I gotta take that.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to it. The Kang series is a really good one, and a lot of shit is gonna happen that people aren't prepared for. So the fact that they started it off with his interaction with Ant-Man, I think is a great look. I love the direction they're taking and how they've integrated it, because jumping straight into multi-dimensional, interdimensional type shit is kind of a tricky thing to do, but I love the way that they did it, how they integrated Doctor Strange first and started integrating a multiverse. Doctor Strange, like the
I
different
think-
dimensions. and
Yeah,
then
they did a
going
good
into
job of like
Kang.
the transition.
Yeah, they did it perfect, because then now it's like, okay, cool. So this is the wave right now. Now what do you do? Now the threat is no longer in one plane. The threat is everywhere.
Everywhere,
what
right?
I'm saying?
I like how they explained it. Did you watch the Loki series?
No, I haven't finished it.
Okay, so the Loki series is the same thing. They just were introducing the fact that there are different worlds.
Yep.
One person, and is maybe good or bad in another universe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now that these are all clashing, and there's so many different. The fact that they have so many different storylines to go down. They have so many different options. They can
Hell
bring
yeah.
they can bring people back. You know what I mean? And just like they're just
Yeah.
so unlimited ways to go about it. So I'm glad that you had brought that up with Kane and everything like that.
Bro, and it's crazy. Kang is no joke. And like a lot of these comics, obviously these villains have to be no joke for the characters to have some form of growth. You know what I'm saying? So the way that they portray it in the movies, I think it's gonna be pretty dope. They've had some of their flops, like some movies weren't as great, but when it comes to them making like an Avengers series, they've always done really good.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, the storytelling is there. Obviously, there's the comic books are there, and some people are like, well, we can kind of see how it's generally gonna go. We think this and think that, but when we talked about it last week, is like the adaptations of how they can go about it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, we know that this happens, but how do you get to that point, or how do you switch it? And I think with Ant-Man, I think it's cool because he's always been a supporting character, obviously, in the last couple movies, and he's had his own movies. But this is cool because he's kind of one of the main characters transitioning to this next phase to open up the window for a lot more other characters. So it's kind of like, oh shit, we lost, Iron Man and Captain America and shit like that. But Ant-Man is like one of the leading people going to this next phase. So I think it's dope that they're going into this and the whole quantum realm and all the fucking different things.
yeah.
I'm just like nerding out.
Oh yeah, bro. I can't wait to see what they pull out with this one. I mean, and like you said, it's like it's the new generation. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's a smart thing to do. Like, it's just great marketing, man. Because like we're all growing.
Yep.
Like the Marvel heroes I'm a fan of, my son may not know them all that well,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you'll know this new
Yeah.
era. So when as we grow with the comics, we're also growing with the movies, and
Yep.
the generational change is going dope. And it's like predecessors and all these different types
Yeah.
of things. It's like, you know what? I kind of like that shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's got growth and it's got realistic timelines and like out with the old. Because after a while, man, the same OG crew's gonna get boring after a while. 20
Yeah.
movies deep. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
all right, it's time for them to throw in a towel. And now we got the new wave coming, and
Yeah.
the way that they're going about it is pretty dope. You know, I like how you saw, I don't know if you've seen in the newest trailer, his daughter's got she's got a suit, and she's a comic book character.
Yeah.
And it's getting
Well, that's
good.
what I'm saying. Yeah, all the family members, like, you know, like from all the comics, is just like, oh, they're related to this person, or these person cross paths because of this, and that's how it's gonna be. Because there's gonna be a bunch of characters that we don't know, but the comic books for the last 15, 20 years, these characters have been around, but we're not exposed to them because we don't keep up with the newer characters. You know what I mean? Some of the kids or some other people like, oh yeah, we've been watching this cartoon. I'm like, who the hell is this? You know what I mean? But it's cool because they have like, and if y'all don't follow, you know, Marvel, like Kane is like one of the biggest, you know, villains. You know what I mean? Because obviously Thanos was a big ass villain, but if you think about Thanos compared to him, to Kane, he just like, doot. You know what I mean? It's just like he's
on
just,
how
it's
much
like,
what they affect.
yeah, you know what I mean. So there's like the possibilities with Galantis, or what is it? Is it
Galactus.
Galactus, yeah, Galactus is a possibility. Silver Surfer is a possibility. It just blows my mind. So I'm looking
Bro,
forward.
the fact that
Ant-Man.
they threw MODOK in?
Yes.
You guys haven't seen,
on
bro,
the latest
newest
trailer, yeah, the big ass head floating around. Yep, MODOK.
Bro,
Yep.
spoiler alert. But hey, look. But the thing is, MODOK is also not just a new thing, because he's got a TV series. You know, he's obviously deep into the comics already. But MODOK, this isn't the first time that MODOK has been introduced into like the cinematic area. It's just for a movie, the way that they did it, and it was really CGI'd. But it makes sense. Who the fuck is gonna be a big ass head? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
no, but that
made
last
sense.
trailer was dope because
It was dope seeing him in there.
yeah, it was cool, man. So that's coming out February 17th. So Valentine's date for a lot of people on that one.
Hey, look, man. We always look out for the woman. Woman, love your mans. Take him to go see that movie.
There you go and shit. So February 17th for that one. Another movie that I'm looking forward to, man. We watched the trailer is Creed 3. Speaking of Kane, man, what's that boy's name? Jonathan Majors? That fool was jacked.
Hell yeah, bro.
That fool was jacked.
They
dog.
both swole. Like we thought Michael was like swole, but man's his man's was mad swole.
And you know what's crazy, if you know, that Jonathan Major guy, when he was, you know, Kane and Loki, he's not like average sized dude. But when you see him in the trailer of Creed,
Bro, that dude
that
was
fool
swole,
was
bro.
stock, dog. And it's crazy because he just recently did a shoot with Men's Health, and that fool just looks jacked. I'm like, just damn, that fool looks dope. And I'm just and I have no problem saying that this guy is a good looking human being, dog. That fool's peak performance, man. I'm like, damn, that guy,
man.
dude. But
Yeah,
but
they
yeah,
was in a bag.
yeah, but with Creed coming out, I think it was cool because, like, if y'all haven't seen the trailer, it seems like there's more going into Michael, what's it, B. Jordan, more about his character and his legacy, you know, and talking about. They didn't even see Stallone to be in there, you know.
Bro, I thought you was about to, for some reason I knew who you were talking about, but the name that came into my head was Michael J. Fox. I was like, that's the wrong guy, bro.
Michael J. Fox, you know, he looked great in there, just shaking it up and shit.
They were like, bro, I don't know why. Is that what who you were gonna say by accident?
Michael, yeah, I was like Michael B. Jordan. All right, yeah, but Michael, like, you hear Michael J, and then you just want to say Fox right after that.
Yes.
But I meant to say Michael B. Jordan,
Dude,
but
that's
I was kind of going down
hilarious.
that line.
That's so funny, dog.
Hey, yeah, but dude, he looked amazing. I mean, for the past two movies, he's looked, even when he was in Black Panther.
Yeah, that dude's definitely been in like his like.
You know what I mean?
He's been in his bag for when it comes to fitness and like
Mhm.
making sure that he like hits those roles, because those roles are strong roles. Like You have
Yeah,
to.
you gotta look the part.
Yeah, you gotta be in that shit. Like, and that's what I love about this. It's kind of like a thing when we talked about adaptation too, like a backtracking. For a good adaptation, you have to embody that character.
Yeah,
You can't just be like, oh, I just want to be that guy because I want the fame. Like, nah, dog. Like, you gotta really be that dude. That's why Heath Ledger got so much love for the Joker. He embodied that character OD.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, when you really take that character seriously in your role, bro, you're gonna excel, and that's what he has to do for these things. Like boxers, if you want to be the best, you gotta be at your best. You know what I'm saying?
And then those guys were training too. I mean, they're not gonna be like. I mean, they're not gonna be professional fighters or anything, but they're learning how to throw punches. They're learning, you know, like I mean, they're not getting hit obviously in the movies, but you know, throwing those punches and coming back and you know, looking the part, and you know, they're doing a good job. So that with Creed coming out, I'm looking forward to that. One's kind of cool.
It looks really good.
What did you say about it when we were watching the trailer? You're like, when your wife tells you could fight, oh, it's over.
Oh yeah, dog. When she said maybe you gotta fight, man, I said, yo. I wish my wife, whenever I'd be like, yo, this dude's a square. Yo, turn him into a circle, dog.
Go,
bro. Yo.
Cut those edges off, dog.
Bro, yeah.
Cut those edges off.
Say, smooth those lines, B. Smooth them. I'd be like, say less. I mean, in the fucking gym, like, yo, you fucking beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh.
Gonna be like Michael J. Fox.
Over some stupid shit.
Right?
Like you supposed to hold the door open for me. You close it in my face. Babe, can I fight him? Yo, beat his ass, down. G. Remind him what ethics are.
Shave those corners off, bruh. Stupid. Yeah, so Creed 3 coming out March 3rd. I'm looking forward to that one as well. The next in our list, and this was kind of under the radar because I just recently saw it come up, and Shazam, the new Shazam.
I didn't even know it was coming out until you said
something.
I mean,
so the first one I thought it was cool, and we were just talking about that, bringing new characters forward. And with DC, I like the way they're going with this one because they're like Shazam is like multiple people, you know, it's just not one person. So in the first movie, he was the kid was a foster kid, and he has his brothers, and toward the end of the movie they all have the power. So now this is the second movie, I guess 2 years later, and there's a new villain or anything like that, but him and his brothers all have the powers, and I think that's kind of cool that they're moving forward with that.
Yeah, it's a dope idea. When I saw the first one, it had like Shazam has a little bit of a comical feel to it naturally, but when I saw that one, it felt like it was too much comical, and I didn't think they were gonna take the seriousness of it, because Shazam is like Shazam could beat the shit out of Superman because Superman is weak against magic. Yeah. So like that's the whole embodiment of who Shazam was. So like when Shazam and Superman like throw hands, Shazam whoops his ass. And everyone's like, wait, what happened? Superman's weak against magic. So that's why Shazam is like this big dude, because he's dummy strong. Like he's already a strong dude, but the fact that it's embodied with magic gave him an edge over Superman, which was like was DC's man.
Yeah.
And it was like, yo, this dude just whooped his ass type joint. So it's like, what happened? So Shazam is no joke. So it was like when that happened, I was kind of like, I just honestly, I didn't play no mind. But this trailer looks good.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool, man. It did have its little comic relief parts. Even like when one of them was riding a dragon, all right, Khaleesi,
dude,
shit like that. So,
in tears.
See, I mean, I think that's a good point, because we were just saying it on our last show. It's like you have to make it for movies. You have to make it entertaining. You know what I mean? How are you gonna grab an audience and be engaged and want? Because you're gonna get teenagers and kids. They can watch that movie, and then adults are gonna get the humor and be entertained by the movie.
And the nostalgia effect. All that.
Yeah, dude. I think it's a good point. The way they're going in a direction with that, and they probably might not even tie it to their world. You know what I mean? They with DC, and I like this about DC is that Marvel does a good job of like everything's correlated, all relating to each other. Like all their Disney shows and like that. With DC, they've already said the Batman series is separate. You know, with what's his name? Sparkle Boy from fucking Twice. What's his name? God damn it.
David, what is his name now?
God damn it, what is his name?
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, Patterson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, he did a good job in that one. But I think I like it. I like how they're like, hey, this is its own
Sparkle
movie.
Boy.
And I think with Shazam, it's gonna be the same thing. Like this is its
Yeah.
own movie. It's not gonna be tied with anything else, which is dope. You
And
know what I mean?
sometimes
So that-
sometimes you have to do that though.
yeah, like let it be its own thing and not, don't promise people that it's gonna be part of it because then some people it might not live up to it or how you get it tied in. So it
Kind of
being
like
its
what they
own
did with
movie,
Justice League.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So that one's coming out March 17th. So I might not go watch it. I'll probably just watch it at home.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. That's a good family movie to just watch at the crib.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, unless
I don't
you're a
know if I'll
huge
go
fan
watch
of like the actor or whatever it is, the
Yeah.
direction of Shazam itself, I'm probably not gonna watch that. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna pay to watch that. But
Yeah, I won't go to the theaters. I'll wait for it to be on one of the streaming services. But
yeah.
after that, bro,
But what we will
The
pay
next one-
for.
the one we damn fucking Juan Wick.
Yo,
Juan Wick.
yo,
And-
Juan Wick 4, the Battle
Juan
of
Wick.
Walmart
Juan Mark. With the chicken nuggies.
with the McNoodles.
The McNoonus. Bro, but the trailer for that one, and I didn't know when we were watching the trailer, you pointed out Ip Man.
Bro,
As
they
one-
got so many big
Man.
names in this one.
Even that Japanese dude it's always in that Japanese dude, he's always in a lot of those type of movies.
Bro, and
like,
he's in the Matrix movies too. I think that one dude is one of the Guardians for the Oracle.
that's crazy.
Bro,
Imagine it's part of the goddamn Matrix.
bro, it'd be better than the new Matrix movie that came out. That shit was garbage, bro. I was so disrespectful.
Yeah, that was like a stretch
Bro,
on that one.
I felt like I got spit on. I wanted to fight. I was like, babe, give me permission to fight this guy.
Right, let me go cut them corners off.
Yeah, like I was like, what the hell is this? But not this one. Ooh.
Yeah, that
But
looks good.
the John Wick series alone has been amazing.
Yeah.
Everyone's loved it. It's made a name for itself. John Wick is like established as that guy.
It's cool because it's such a great action movie.
Amazing.
And you were saying it earlier too when we were watching the trailer. It was like, bro, like he is learning how to use a gun, the movement and everything like that. He's doing all that shit, bro. You know, that
Have
one
you seen
scene you
those
said with
videos
the
of him doing it?
katanas and the gun. Oh man, that should look crazy,
Bro,
bro.
if you haven't watched the trailer, guys, you need
Watch
to
the
go watch
latest
the
one.
newest trailer.
Watch the latest trailer.
If you don't scream at least once, you probably like to stare at the wall. Like it's crazy, dog.
Yeah, and I like that little nod to the Matrix. What you noticed, I think I need a gun.
Bro, with
Right?
Morpheus, dog.
With
and
Morpheus-
then he smiled, and I was like, ah.
Right? I didn't catch
Lots
that
of
until you.
guns.
Yeah, I didn't even catch that until you said that. He was like, "That's the same line for the Matrix." Like,
Bro.
no shit.
The Matrix trilogy is one of my favorite movie trilogies of all time. I've watched all of them like I think like 6 times, bro.
Nice.
Love those movies. So when I saw that, I knew automatically. He was like, "You ready?" It was like he was almost like, "You ready to do this again?" And he was
Right.
like, "I need a gun." I was like,
Yeah, I need a
"Yeah." I was-
That shit is
bro,
dope.
all I was
So that
waiting
was-
for was Mr. Anderson.
Right? No shit. So from going from a kids movie to watching this shit, man, we're gonna see some people get shot in the face and kicked in the nuts and fucking guns, swords. I'm
Stabbed
looking
and
forward to that shit. Hell yeah.
Broken. Oh, it's gonna be so
That's
good.
dope. So that comes out March 24th for that one, man. So that one's gonna be
They're
that one's
coming
for
up
sure,
soon.
man. Yeah, man. And then the last of our list, and these are all just movies in the first quarter, guys. So keep in mind these are just movies January to about March that are coming out. And but one that was kind of like I didn't even know, and then just once I saw it listed, I was like, "What?" Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, I was a little kid. I played Dungeons and Dragons because of my older brother, and I had my little sister play, and I kind of knew of that world, but I didn't really play anymore after that or whatever. But them making a movie and introducing it like a reboot kind of thing is kind of dope.
Yeah, and I like how you said that because you have some former like prior knowledge and experience from it, and for me, I don't. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons. It wasn't like I dogged it. It wasn't really a
Yeah.
thing, which is crazy because I love fantasy stuff now.
Yeah.
I love dragons and werewolves.
Yeah.
I love all that shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, damn, I would have been in my bag back then if I really
Right.
gave it a chance. But I was like, doing whatever, doing me.
Yeah.
So I never really got into that shit, right? So like never played the games to this day. I've never played these games, never watched any movies. I don't know if they got shows, whatever it may be. I don't know jack about Dungeons and Dragons. Like
That's like I'm trying to think of the right word. Not like a cult, but like just a small group of like hardcore fans.
oh yeah.
That shit's still around. People still play it at card shops, and you know what I mean. I don't know. I don't know if there ever been other movies or even series, but with this coming out, the trailer was good. It looked entertaining. They have I forgot the main guy's name that from Star Trek. The main dude.
Yo, they had a lot of big faces.
Yeah,
they had Letty in there. They had old dude. What's that dude? The guy, man, that dude. He's African American dude. That he's got that. He has like he talks with his lips, bro. That man. Like, but he's the epitome of a badass uncle. Like in every role he plays, he's in that joint. They had Letty in that joint. They had old dude from freaking
that kid from
Bridgerton.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, Bridgerton, Jurassic Park. They had a lot of faces, and I was like,
I think it's good, and that's like a PG-13 movie. So I mean, a lot of kids will get introduced to Dungeons and Dragons, and they don't even know what the hell it is. So I think that's kind of cool too. That'll be a movie that I'll watch at home as well when it comes on a streaming service or whatever. I won't go watch it, but I'll watch it, but maybe not in the theaters.
Yeah. So for me with that. You may not know, I haven't shared this, but excuse me, at our old school that we were just at before we moved, Layla was in a gaming after school thing. It was either every Thursday or every Tuesday. She would stay after school and they would play games, and she chose Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, that's cool.
And she tried it out. She made a little elf. She had they had to draw their characters, so she was drawing it with her friends, little elf, cool little characters and stuff like that. And I was like, damn. So I was like, maybe I need to look into maybe doing this for her. But, unfortunately, we moved and they don't have one here. But I was like, damn. So I'm trying to see if she still likes it. Because if she does, maybe I might do something for her. But then I was like, damn, if she really likes it, maybe this might be something that, like, we don't really get to do stuff with our kids one-on-one all the time. Because we have, like, 50 of them. So it's like, but I might take Layla for that one. You know what I'm saying? Like a me.
That'd be cool. Yeah, like you guys can do kind of thing. Yeah. And that goes back to, and we're gonna be talking about parenting and dad stuff. We have so many topics down the line, guys.
We're shadowing, baby.
Yeah, and we don't want to throw too much, but we have so many different things that we want to talk about, and we hope you guys enjoy the topics. But
just a little taste.
Gonna be, just a little.
You look like that dude. I just
right.
Hey, did you see that? See when Black Phoenix, when I said, yo, he looks familiar, I'm saying you look like Antonio Banderas in Zorro? Bro, did you ever see? Oh my God, bro. I was in tears, dog.
Like this? Was it Salt Bay?
Yo, next year you gotta be Zorro for Halloween, dog.
Oh, man.
Bro, you just got the look,
Banderas.
man.
Banderas.
Shit is hilarious.
Puss in Boots.
He did good as Puss in Boots. I like that shit, too.
But yeah, that Dungeons and Dragons looks cool. I mean, we'll see. That comes out March 31st. But yeah, that's the last of our list as far as like major blockbuster movies. Keep in mind, guys, these are just big ass movies that are coming out that were on our radar. So
and
if there's any other movies that if you guys see any other movies that are coming down the line, let us know in the comment section of any of the platforms you're listening to or watching. And if we missed any that are coming down the line. But man,
let us know.
Now it's your part of the show here. Let's talk about some games, bro. Let's talk about some of the games that are coming lined up for the first quarter.
Oh, bro, yeah. Now we got, so as we all know, last year, well, not even just last year, last 2.5 years since COVID, games have kind of taken a flop because people don't realize how many people it takes as a team to create these games, especially to the caliber that now we expect as being like kind of, I guess you would say, spoiled. You know what I'm saying? Like now we want those high graphics. We want that constant action. We want that, just appealing story. Like we want, it has to be the best of everything. It has to
be everything. And if it doesn't, everybody's like, oh, it sucks.
Yeah, like they don't even give it a chance if anything seems like not like 10 out of 10. So it's like you need to have these badass teams. And like once COVID hit and it kind of pulled everybody out these studios and all these other joints and working from home, you're very limited. It's like games kind of fell apart. You know what I'm saying? People were really worried about gaming dying off, or like what's gonna happen. It was like gaming's never gonna die.
I remember a lot of studios were closing or getting bought out.
It was scary, bro. And then the games that were dropping like half released, or they just weren't, like, servers weren't able to uphold people. Like, it was a very scary and bad experience. But I feel like this year is gonna make up for it, and it's gonna be a big change. I think there's gonna be a lot of games that's gonna give us that wow effect. And that holy shit, like, this is what I've been looking for, because the studios are coming back in full force. People are starting to come back in. Now, with studios closing, the studios that are still here are going to need those bodies. They're getting people from other studios to start meshing minds together. I think that this year is going to be a very good year, and the first quarter is looking really good. And what's dope is some of these items on our list aren't even new games. Some of them are remakes. And they still got that holy shit, I can't wait for it to come back out again. That means you're doing what you're supposed to do. If we're releasing it again, just update it to the graphics of the standard you want.
Because the storyline's there,
it's
the following is there.
It just looks
now we're gonna get a bunch of new people that are gonna want to play it because of the graphics. Like me, I'm a spoiled gamer. I can't play anything older than a couple years graphic wise. I'm just spoiled, and that's just me. I can't go backwards. So with Resident Evil being remade, and The Last of Us being remade and shit like that, I'm just like, bro.
I think we got like 3 on this list that are remakes.
Yeah, man. Crazy. So go ahead and let's talk about that first game that you wanted on the list. What game did you want to talk about?
I want to ask you about one that you tried that I haven't tried yet, but I've looked at it. It looks good, but I'm scared. Forspoken came out. It's the first game on the list that's already released, and I want to see your take on it because you actually played the demo. I've seen some gameplay on it. It looks really good. It's a single player game. It's got a lot of mythical type aspects to it. If you like The Witcher, you might like this style. It's got like a lot of cool. It seemed like a lot of cool action joints to it. I heard the story was pretty cool. But this is just from a demo perspective. I wanted to see your take because I have not personally played the demo yet.
Yeah, so the demo was pretty cool. Like I saw the trailer during the Game Awards. It caught my eye. I mean, obviously trailers look badass and they gotta sell the game and shit.
Yeah.
So I was on Steam the other day and I was just looking at games, and we'll talk about one game that I downloaded already. But Forspoken was there as a demo, and I was like, what? Fuck it, let's download it. You know what I mean? I remember you had brought it up and we had seen the trailer and stuff.
Yeah.
And the demo was about 45 minutes, and I haven't really played a role-playing game in a while, or kind of that style. So it was cool, like the hack and slash, like running around with the magic and stuff like that. It was cool. I generally can see how people can really like it. You know what I mean? So playing the demo, I enjoyed it, but for me, it was kind of like it's a hard sell for me to spend $60 or $70 for a game that I kind of was like meh about the demo, and that was just me personally.
I'm glad you said that, because that's been the thing for me on everything is this worth the inflation price? Because we all know they just added $10 to games.
Yep.
And $60 alone was already OD. I mean, well, it depends. Some games are like, this is worth $60.
Yeah.
But like, if you're a huge hard body fan, but like, just to be able to come out, especially as creators as ourselves that are variety, there's 2 types of creators. Ones that they like to stick to this, want to be known for this type of content, and then another group that's variety. And we are variety, which means we gotta try a lot of different shit. And that can get
not all of them are free. Yeah, not all of them are free. And
and we have to learn. Obviously, this is another topic, is learning how to invest in your business. But that's a great,
because you can't just buy every new game and play it, because
just
I mean, if you're able to afford it and you want to go down that line, and I could see if you're a full-time streamer or content creator, and you have money to buy a new game and just play it through every single time, then that fucking makes sense. So I mean, I'm not trying to say don't do that, or people that do that. I mean, if that's what they're doing, that makes sense. But for us, we're still trying to figure out what we want to do, and we're trying this podcasting and trying new games and paying attention to trends, and so it might not make sense for us to be buying every goddamn game that comes out.
Exactly. And that's kind of like to the point where we're like, okay, so is this worth the buy, low key? Because it's a lot cheaper to go buy a movie ticket than it is to buy a video game. You know what I'm saying? And these games, some of them seem worth the bread and some of them don't. And Forspoken, to me now, seeing it, I gotta play the demo. I can't personally really answer to it. Gameplay to me, seeing other people play it, I thought it was nice. But I've also loved, as you know, like Elden Ring was my shit. I love RPGs. I love playing those joints. And now, is that a form of content to do all the time? No, hence the variety. But I love a good RPG. I love a good game with a great story that I can get I can dive into, expand it with my, like, you know, and as a creator, role play to expand my my what's it called? Imagination to it. I can create and add my own things to it, flare it up a little bit, do a little dialogue switch up, go crazy with it. So like I love that. So it looked like it might be something I would be interested in, but I'm gonna try the demo out and see how it plays. So
try the demo out, and it was cool because when you start the demo, it gives you like a quick background of the game. So it was kind of cool because it gave you like a little intro, and I'm sure when you play the game, you're not gonna get that intro. You're gonna learn. So it gave you a kind of glimpse of like so and so, like I don't want to like so and so, and so and so and so, and then you start playing the game. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So it just throws you in, gave you the kind of backstory, and you have certain powers already, and you're in a certain point of the game because they're trying to sell you on the game, which makes sense. So I had X amount of power already. I had spells. I could do this. I could do that. And I'm like, well, if you start the game, you're not gonna have all this shit. So that's how they were trying to get you to buy the game. And then right when you're finishing the demo, it fucking has a link for you to go straight to Steam to fucking buy the game.
They knew what they was doing. Like,
yeah,
like
straight
that
up.
Shit? Let's keep going.
Oh, thank you for playing. Hold A to go to Steam. I'm like, these motherfuckers.
They knew what they was doing.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I mean, check it out, and then you when you ever check it out, you let me know. But I mean,
so from a trailer perspective, it looks good.
But for me, it's a pass.
Exactly. So, and that's good. So like you've actually experienced it, and you know it's a pass. So it's not worth the.
But it's a pass. But it's a pass for me. It might not be a pass for you.
Yeah.
And that's how we're different.
Excited. Yeah, and that's why I like it. I'm looking forward to it. The type, the it's supposed to be a big banger for PlayStation. That was the main thing. But they added it to It wasn't supposed to be for PC. Strictly supposed to be PS5. But then they added it to PC, I guess, maybe just to get that push. But I think it was a good idea to do it so I could try it out. Because I don't got no damn PS5. I think they also did it because it's hard to get PS5s. But no, it's a good game. It looks good. I definitely would say just kind of goes based off of your gaming preference and stuff like that. But the next game we go into is a completely different style that's actually, I think, released tonight, bro. I think it released tonight. Today's the 27th. So,
damn.
Which I'm like, shit, I should have got it. But Dead Space has remastered one of the scariest games voted. One of the scariest games of all time when it first came out was Dead Space. When it first came out. I did a little research on Dead Space before. It was voted when it first came out one of the scariest games of all time.
And that's crazy because it came out so long ago and I seen it, but at that time when it came out, I wasn't really in those type of games, so I knew it was there. You know, and we were talking about it earlier. I played Callisto Protocol and I'm like, damn, this is the shit. Like, oh well, it's pretty much Dead Space, and I'm like, what? You know, so. Playing the Callisto Protocol, and I enjoyed it. If you want to go watch it, I have it on YouTube. But shameless plug.
Hey, do your thing, man. This is go for bro.
But yeah, man. Just when we watched the trailer, I was like, damn, like this looks dope. And I think them reintroducing it. You know how I said it earlier. We're in the age where the graphics of movies and games are just fucking ridiculous. So I'm looking forward to. I already bought that game, so I'm gonna go and install it later. But yeah, I'm looking forward playing it this next week. But yeah, man, that shit looks badass.
If you like scary games, this needs to and I'm not. It's your money, guys. You do what you gotta do with your bread. But if you got the bread to spend and you looking for a good scary game that's gonna get you good, and it's gonna be a great experience, and it's not just a one game, it's gonna have a series.
Yeah, Dead knowing that is what I'm looking forward to. Is like I know it's a series, so I'm like, damn.
I played this first one's I love it. Like if
it's better than Callisto Protocol, and I loved Callisto Protocol, and a lot of people didn't like it, but I genuinely liked it because I'd never played a space horror game. That was the first time I played a space horror game, and I thought they fucking did a great job. So if this is where the idea came from, I can only imagine how good this is gonna be.
And I think what gave Callisto Protocol its oomph is the fact of graphics and how things are different now. Now, if Callisto Protocol would have came out back when Dead Space came out, it wouldn't have got to play.
Yeah.
But the fact that it came out now and it has the original creators of Dead Space in it, like
and they did that shit on purpose. That game came out first, and
then
then
brought it back. Yeah, it was
Fucking
super smart, bro. But Callisto Protocol was great because the graphics were so crispy that it just gave you it enhanced the fear and the and the anxiety and like the shit.
The eeriness and the sound,
and how they have the surround
middle
sound
space and shit. Yeah, man.
They did a really good job with that one, and if you like that one, you're gonna love Dead Space. Dead Space is still, in my opinion, better than Callisto Protocol.
Hell yeah!
So
I can't wait.
The fact that it's remastered is gonna be amazing. I can't wait to see what it goes. You're gonna love the story. You're gonna love everything, and it just gets better and better. And the third one is co-op, and I hope they keep that. Because
that's sick,
dude. The third one's crazy, bro. Just playing the game scared and not knowing what's going on is one thing, but having a homie and hearing them freak out and you know what's probably killing them, it's bone chilling, bro. I remember playing that a long time ago, and I was like, hear my friend like, oh my god, it's on me. And I'm just like I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like, bro, it's good, dog.
That's dope.
You get like a different form of confidence, but a different form of fear, and it's just it's a great experience.
You're playing a goddamn video game and you almost shit your pants.
Oh yeah, bro. Like, and scary games now are like going crazy because they're just getting better and better with like the sound and the graphics. So I'm looking forward to Dead Space. But if you guys are, Dead Space, I think is dropping on the 27th. Granted, when this releases, it's gonna be last week. But if you guys have it, it's already going to be released. So definitely go check it out if you guys want it. It's already out. But the next one that's coming out is one of the biggest titles that's coming out soon. It's on February 10th. All of my wizards and sorcerers and witches, if they call them that. Hogwarts Legacy. This has been a big topic, and there's something going on about it now that I heard about, but I don't want to go too deep into it because I don't want to have people like form an opinion off of what I'm saying. But like Hogwarts Legacy has a huge expectation, but I heard it's being boycotted. I don't know if you've heard about. Yeah, something about, and I'll say it for you to research and other people to research later because it's very opinion based, and I don't want to sit here and go off of things like it's factual. But apparently, it's something with the creator of the book. Author of the book, something happened socially not accepted by a lot of people, and now they're like boycotting it, saying if you get the game, you're supporting her.
Supporting that. Oh,
so
we won't have to get into that for sure. But
so
I'm gonna have to look into it just because you brought it up. Goddammit.
And I'm telling you guys that so y'all can hear about it. Just, stay in the know. That's what we're here for. Let y'all know. But it's like, I already, before when it first came out, real quick on me, I've read all the books when I was younger. I watched the movies.
Nerd.
Loved it. That's the only book I actually really enjoyed.
Nerd.
Oh yeah, bro. I was a nerd for that. Hell yeah. I enjoyed Harry Potter. I thought it was dope. And I was like, the book was great. The movies were really good too. But I was like, I've always been a fan of it. I first heard about Hogwarts Legacy coming out, and I could have sworn that I heard that there was a potential for multiplayer. And I lost my shit. Because the concept of Harry Potter, because I know you have a different take, and I don't want to say too much on your side. The idea of multiplayer with the houses being different houses, like you weren't just going to school and we're all in the same class. There was different houses that you were in, like Gryffindor and Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and all this Ravenclaw. Yeah. You could be in a house, and I was like, yo, can you just imagine being a wizard with the homies out here kicking it in Gryffindor and then going to Slytherin's crib, like their wing, and just talking shit, and let's go out to the lobby and just start, wiggling wands out and shit. Sounds mad sus, but hit him with the
wiggling. Pull your wand out. Oh, wrong one.
Yo, wrong one. Hey, you said that we grown. Like, no, we still in school,
Watch
bro.
it grow. I feel like Rita from Power Ranger. Watch my mother. But dude, that looks like an open world kind of thing, huh?
Yeah, so it's gonna be open world, just not multiplayer. So that kind of destroyed me, and it pushed me away. Now I'm very excited to see the gameplay for it, see how people do it, but it's not for me, like we were talking about before. I'm not gonna put the money down on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch people play it. I mean, there's a lot of games. And it's funny, I'll say this. I've seen a lot of games that I can say that I've played only because I've seen people play it.
Yeah.
Like I haven't. I might not have the time or the interest to play certain games, but I'll watch people play them to get a gist of it. Like, oh, that was pretty dope. That was
Yeah.
cool. Definitely when that drops, I'm gonna watch some streamers play that shit, and I'm sure we will know some people that play it. So I'll look forward to checking out
Yeah. I know
what
a
they
handful of people
say, because you know how you said I for me, and I'm pretty sure people give me a hard time, but I maybe watch 1 or 2 movies, but I can't remember anything of the storyline or anything like that. But for me, it's gonna be like I'll check it out, but I'm not gonna play it or buy it or anything for sure.
Yeah. And it looks good. I mean, I've seen the videos.
The graphics look cool.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a really good game. If you are a diehard Harry Potter fan, like I know a handful of people playing. My boy Ollie's going crazy with it. He's gonna try to be a villain and like do all the bad sorcery and shit. And I was like, that's a good take on it.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's like, you kind of, if that's the way it lets you go, that's a dope aspect of it, that you can kind of form your path. It gives me Fable vibes. I don't know if you ever played Fable.
I know of Fable, but I've never played them.
Great game if you haven't. Great game, dog. I recommend it. It's a great.
There's
game.
3 of them, isn't there?
Yeah. First one's still one of my favorites, man, because you just you form your path, you make decisions, and there is no right or wrong way. Well, there's a right and a wrong path, but it's not like you don't have to go down the path. You form your own.
Yeah.
But your body gets altered to it. So if you are good, you get like this golden shine, you look nice and all this other shit. And then if you start doing bad shit, your body starts to turn a different color, and it looks all old, and like your decisions determine what type of hero you are.
Yeah.
If you're a good one, or if you're a hero.
Is
or a
that like
villain.
that kind of way that this game's gonna be, you think, or what?
No, I mean, it looks like if what like Ollie was saying is good, I guess maybe you can become like a kind of a dark wizard.
Oh, okay.
Potentially, and I don't know, because like I lost interest when the multiplayer was gone, so I stopped investing and learning on it.
And that's around the
But-
corner too. Like, whoa, in 2 weeks here.
February 10th, it's coming out, and I know a lot of people about to go crazy. We're gonna see a lot of people in wizard robes soon with little hats and wands.
Right? Hell yeah.
It's gonna be, it's gonna look like Hogwarts
wig-
is international. like-
wiggling their little wands around. Not that one.
Yeah, all 3 of them. I'm gonna watch it and wiggle my wand in the room with my wife while
There you
they
go.
play that shit. I'd be like, yeah, go ahead. I'm a Wingardium
What
Leviosa.
what's
my wife's
what's the
clothes
little
off.
words that they always say?
They be saying a bunch of shit. I just said what one's like Wingardium Leviosa. And they got like, and then the kill spells like Abracadabra. That one's like, it's a kill shot.
Abracadabra, motherfucker.
Yeah, they say if you hit someone with that
Abracadabra.
KO,
Where's
no
that?
gulag.
No gulag.
You can't fight your way out of that one, dog. You dead. And they get dog. If you like crazy shit, watch the movies, cause like they hit them with that shit, and the body's acting was great. They were like your body stiffens up, dead. Like they were like, bow, fuck, like GG's, bro, you're dead. On
Right?
site.
No gulag.
Yeah.
No gulag and shit.
They don't
So
got
that-
AKs, they got abracadabras. You know what I'm saying?
Right? And that's what, the 10th, so that's around the corner right there too and shit. Damn.
Yeah, February 10th, man. Then we got another one that looks interesting. That was like, I thought it would be an interesting game, and the only reason it's piqued my interest is because it's gonna be on Game Pass, so I don't gotta pay for this shit. Is
We'll take it.
hell yeah, Atomic Heart, man. Looks pretty good. Concept looks pretty
Yeah.
dope. It's got, to me, it's giving me a Bioshock feel.
Yeah,
the
it looks kind of
weapon and
crazy
the-
with the robots and things like that.
Yeah. So it looks
The
really
grabbing and shit.
Yeah, it looks real interesting. This whole I don't like mannequins, so it'd be nice to just shoot the shit out of some mannequins a little bit, go crazy with it. But like, it looks pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I could take the risk because I ain't pay for it. You know what I mean? So I think it's worth the trial because you don't have to pay for it. You don't really have too much to lose. So if you guys have Game Pass, I think it's gonna be on the Xbox Game Pass and the PC version of the Game Pass for Ultimate. You're gonna be able to play that. So definitely check it out, guys. Can't really lose anything. If you got the subscription, take advantage of it and get these games. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it's worth having Game Pass. I tell people all the time, if you have a PC, they have the Ultimate is worth the $15 a month for me, because
yeah.
even if I play a game once or twice, I feel like I'm getting my money's worth, because there's so many of those games that come that I'm willing to try and see. So I didn't know that it was even going to be on Game Pass until you mentioned it. So only because of that, I'm going to check it out.
Oh yeah, and speaking of Game Pass, little plug for you guys. Hey, Black Friday, get your Game Pass then. It's like half off
Yeah, for a whole year, right?
for the monthlies. For 3 months, you get 3 months for the price of one.
Damn.
So every year for Black Friday, I get 4 of them.
There you
I
go.
pay for the whole year for the price
Nice.
of 4 months. So
Smart. I'm an idiot over here paying $15 a month.
If I knew, I would have told you, bro. I can't believe I flopped on that one. That's a
No,
horrible
that's
front.
okay. No, I buy other shits during Black Friday where I'm like, oh, I need this. Oh, that makes sense. Like a lot of the software stuff that I buy, I'm like, oh, half off. Might as
Hell
well.
yeah.
This is the time to do it and shit.
Yes, sir.
So that Atomic Heart is what, February 21st.
21st.
This next one coming up, and you've been going hard on this one lately, is the whole, I guess Destiny 2 has a whole new DLC or
Lightfall,
storyline
baby.
continuing. So
Yes,
talk
sir.
about that. Like I know of Destiny. I've never really I played it when it first came out. I couldn't get into it because at that time it was like a mix of Halo and fucking what was it? It was mixed with it had the Halo vibes, but I couldn't get into it. And then you've recently been streaming it lately, you know,
It's been
and
mad fun.
you've been getting back into it, man. So knowing that this whole new thing is coming out, talk about that a little bit. Educate me and us who are listening and watching.
Yeah, so Destiny is a grindy game. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a game you just go in there and just play for like a day and then you're like, I'll come back to it later. There's a lot of cool stuff that you gotta do. There's a lot of things to do, even without the DLC, if you want to get some good stuff. Now, Destiny has this huge paywall, and that's what deters some people from it. But like the diehard fans will pay that money. But what I do like is when you get the DLC expansions, it expands the story. So it's like if you want to know what happens and continues, you gotta get the expansion to understand the story. The story's amazing. We're playing Witch Queen currently in legendary mode, and it's been a struggle. It's like really hard, but it's fun, rewarding. You can play with up to 3 people for regular stuff, but there's other things you can play with up to 6 people. So it's pretty fun, like raids, dungeons, PvP mode. They have PvE and PvP. There's a lot of cool stuff that Destiny has for, but the Lightfall is introducing a new class to play as. I think for every hunter, they have a different like class for it. So it's not hunter for everything, like hunter, titan, warlock. I think they all have a new subclass, which is just a new kind of like elemental fact that they're gonna add to it. It's got that like you said, cyberpunk neon, crazy lights effect to it.
The trailer looked cool. I mean, the
it
trailer, I was like, damn.
Yeah, it
You know,
looks
that's
really
pretty
good.
dope.
Yeah, so it's gonna be adding a whole new story to it. Well, not whole new story, but a continuation of a story. And playing the Witch Queen, it's been pretty crazy. The story's been pretty insane. So this is gonna be like a continuation of it, of like I guess the next piece. We're not finished with Witch Queen yet, so I don't know where it's going yet. So I kind of got a feel for it, but Lightfall is supposed to be really dope. Now, people that worry about it, what I like about Destiny is you get the new DLC season. It comes with a season pass. That's a whole bunch of good stuff for you. It comes out with a new story. Comes out a whole bunch of new weapons, guns, skins, a whole bunch of new stuff that you can get as you grind. But you don't just get it. And that's the thing about other games that I like. Well, if you're a grindy type person, Destiny's one of the best games for you.
Could you earn that shit?
Yeah, because it's not just I spent $5. Like, now there's some stuff you could just buy. Yeah, obviously you have to, but
Yeah.
it's like I got the DLC. That's it. Now I play the story. I'm done. Nah, bruh. There's mad stuff to do. You want that one of the best weapons in the game to just give you that edge? You gotta go do these 7 to 10 different missions just to get that weapon. Unlock A, B, C, D. It's a whole series, right? Then they got a bunch of cool stuff. Like Destiny's got a lot of cool stuff for them. We stopped playing it for a while before it felt repetitive, but now that there's so much to do, it's not really that repetitive. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like the game. There's a lot to do. There's always another adventure you could take. Every stream so far has been like a different adventure, a different road.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? So
It
like,
has a longevity, in other words.
yes, it gives you constant new content because it's new missions, story. Now, oh, we finished a story. Guess what? There's a dungeon, and we could do it with 4 people. Or hey, yo, there's this. Oh, we got raids. New raids are coming out. 6 people. They're hard as hell to do, and they take 2 to 4 hours.
Oh.
Yeah, whole stream right there on one thing, one mission.
Yep.
Crazy. So like they have a lot of things in play, and then if you're like, you know what, I feel like throwing hands, PvP, like,
Yeah.
and then they have like ranked modes. Like they got a lot of different content you can dive into, and then by the time you've really engaged in everything for Destiny, you just got like 6 months of content.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
So-
know, because that game's still been around, because I've seen some
Yeah.
streamers still play the crap out of that, and I have some friends in my community that I know that stream that still. You know, I'm like, what? That's your main game? That is crazy. But obviously it's for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, it hasn't died. and people are still going back. You know, they're the developers, and did Bungie make that as well, or who made that?
Bungie.
Yeah, so I mean, they know.
They know what they're
They,
doing.
yeah, they know what they're doing. You know, it's smart. You know, if they can only do that for Halo, they'd probably be all right.
Bro, tell me about it. Yo, you know what's crazy? This thing that we were doing today, some of the weapon skins that they got are Halo weapons.
Nice.
And one of the skins are like Master Chief's armor type shit. And I was like, yo, so like they
That's
kind of
dope.
did that crossover. I was like, that was fire that they did that. But like, it just makes me depressed because Halo flopped so bad for me.
Yeah. Damn,
But-
bummer.
Yeah, so like it's just, you know, it's a great game. You guys have time. You guys got about a month actually from today before the DLC comes out. Destiny 2 is free to play by itself. It's just all the DLCs to give you all the extra cool shit you got to pay for. But I would take advantage of this. Every time that they get ready to release a new season, everything goes on sale. So if any of you guys want to give it a shot, you can play Destiny 2 for free on Xbox, PlayStation, PC. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about getting DLC. So if you just want to try it out, see how it goes, if it seems good and you want to invest in the story, it's kind of, it gives you a free gameplay moment, and then you just invest in the DLCs.
That
But
makes sense.
Yeah, so if you guys have about a month to get a feel for it, if anyone's never played it, definitely try it out. If it's free, why not do it?
Yep.
And then if you like it, man, you got until the 28th to get caught up. And if you don't, you catch up on your own time, but you know you want something to get, you got something for a while.
Yeah.
So that's coming out February 28th. The DLCs are full priced, but you're getting almost a whole new game. So it's kind of, that's worth the buy for me. I say that one's a worth the buy. Another one that's worth to buy that's coming out not that long after Destiny, that has its own TV show that is going crazy. The Last of Us, man, part 1, March 3rd.
That's cool.
Bro.
And we talked about it on the other show, is that they're putting the series out and it's gonna end right when the fucking game comes out. It's so smart.
Wait, really?
Well, think about it. It comes out March 3rd.
Yeah.
We're gonna get maybe 8 to 10 episodes of The Last of Us. We're here at the end of January, February, then the first week of March, the game comes out.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's perfect timing.
Yeah, it's because I'm good. Like,
That's
I'm
great
gonna watch.
advertising.
I'm watching the series with my wife, and I'm enjoying the crap out of it. I never played the games, but the
Me neither.
series is such a good job. And like, you know, I watch after the series on HBO. They have like a little, you know, they talk about things, and I'm just getting more interested in the whole, you know,
They've been
storyline.
doing good
and
about that.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm looking forward to the game. I'm gonna buy that shit and play that shit through, man, for sure.
Yeah, and for me, same thing. I never played it just simply because of the fact I didn't have PlayStation stuff at
Yeah.
that time. I just didn't invest in that console, unfortunately. Because I was more of like multiplayer stuff, playing with the family and shit like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I didn't play the exclusives because I didn't have time for just me. So I was like, damn, but there's a lot of exclusive bangers on PlayStation. I ain't gonna lie.
But that's
this
why
is
you have
of
one of these right here.
Yeah, that's what I was
That's what I'm
telling
saying,
everybody.
man.
They eventually come out
Having
here,
a
so I ain't gotta worry
PC
about
just you have the opportunity to play so many more games, and eventually, if they're exclusive for one console, they're gonna come out. And when they do come out for PC, you know they're coming out for a reason. You know what I mean? So with the show being out and doing a good job, it's gonna push the game.
And I
Because
think
the
it was
game-
smart, man.
The game was great from my understanding. A lot of people say it's one of the best games that's coming out in the past 10 years as far as storyline and the characters and everything, and you know, and they have 2 games, right?
Yes, part 1 and part 2. So when
there
I
you
started
go.
streaming, I started streaming, and about maybe 4 months in was when that game was like, you remember the when everybody was putting it as a thumbnail for their shit and was getting crazy views. Yeah, like I remember when the Last of Us 2 came out and it got so much love because the first one did so good. So I was like, this game is a banger. Like I've been wanting to play it for so long, but I was just like, I don't want to buy a whole
And you know what's
console
crazy?
for
Yeah,
it.
because you know they're already working on 2, the remastered 2, and by the time that is done, they already have the 3rd game out.
We're gonna have consistent Last of Us content for at least 2 years, I say, because
for sure.
Season 1's coming out. That's not even season 1 isn't gonna be part 1. There's no way they could fit all of part 1 in one season. It's gonna at least be 2 or 3 seasons before they get into part 2. So season 1 is gonna be a great segue into getting us into the Last of Us Part 1 game. For everyone that wasn't able to play, it's gonna scoop it up. Game March 3rd, games are gonna skyrocket. They're probably already skyrocketing. I think they said their profits have been going crazy on the game alone. I don't know if you saw, it got almost one of the highest premiere views with over 10 million views on premiere night. I was like, damn.
Not just gamer dads or what?
Yeah. Bro, I'm telling you, dog, that shit was crazy.
But dude, yeah, that March 3rd, that's around the corner too, man. That's man.
But yeah, they got that. Then
so in other words, we're gonna be spending like $200 or $300 here in the next 2-3 months
between some movie tickets and some games. Yeah, at least one of them is free.
Any sponsors out there, let us know.
Damn it, energy drinks.
We'll play.
I need
we'll
time.
We'll play all that shit. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that. And the trailer that we watched was short, but you made a good point. You're like, well, I mean, they can only show so much. It's a remastered game, so.
Well, it's a remastered game, plus they're having a TV show, and it's already been out, so it's not
kind of
like,
hard. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. But I'm looking forward to that
it's
one.
It's smart, bro. I feel like it's gonna be season 1. Then they're gonna drop 1. We're gonna be enjoying that. Then they're gonna be working on season 2. They're gonna drop a season 2, but not a part 2. Like, it's not gonna be Last of Us part 2. It's just gonna be a season 2, and then they're gonna drop part 2. And then it's just gonna be like a piggyback of game to shit, which is brilliant. Because the another series that came to my mind on that really fast is Walking Dead. Walking Dead went out for a hot minute as a TV show, was doing its thing. Then they started introducing Walking Dead video games. Telltale series blew up. Great. In between Walking Dead seasons, they released Telltale series. So that you always
keep people
Walking Dead on you. You know what I'm saying? To keep the relevancy, which is so smart. Especially if you don't know if a show's gonna flop or a game. So I think that's what they're gonna do, and it's a very smart move. So I'm super excited for that one. But another game that I know we're excited for that's coming out, like, bro, it's like they don't give us enough time in between these games. Like,
I know. Look at these damn dates. Well, let's just go back on the dates. Even if it's like a pass for us, for Forspoken 24th, Dead Space 27th of
3
January,
days.
Hogwarts the February 10th, Atomic Heart the 21st, Destiny 28th, Last of Us March 3rd, and this next one, Star Wars Jedi Survivor March 17th. And I didn't play Fallen Order, and I've heard that was a great game. You've told me.
Amazing game.
And that's on Game Pass too, so I'm looking forward to playing that shit before, so there's another goddamn 60, 70 bucks. Fucking A.
Bro.
On that one.
That's going to be a worth to buy, bro. Star Wars is such a huge name.
Huge,
bro. They got the money, and you can see them doing it tied in with
EA does a good job with the whole graphics and everything. A lot of their games, like, they don't like. Well, EA just does a really good job. Even though some of the Star Wars games from before, they don't like the Battlefronts. They might not hit for some people, but
I love the Battlefronts.
I know, like the Force Awakens and Unleashed. Those were really good games.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I played some of those, but
the
Fallen Order one is cool because there's the universe of Star Wars is so big. So now they're starting to tie in, and they can add different characters because you forget there's a lot of other stuff going on in the Star Wars world compared to the storyline that we're used to. So it's cool because this guy has nothing to do with the main, that I know of, with the main storyline that we know from the movies. This is a completely side story in its own that people can get into. And I'm sure with the second game, there's going to be a third one, right? It's hard to make a game that's 1 and 2 and doesn't have a 3.
Dog, bro, the first one you're going to play has some cameos that are going to be amazing.
I can't wait.
There's some characters that are from the shows and the movies that are going to be in there, and it's like, oh, like the timeline of where it's at, where it's taking place, it's going to have a lot of references to other things. It's a great game, great story, amazing gameplay. Bro, I was in love with the game. I'm super, super excited for this one. Just the trailers alone show the growth in the character and the other characters that were like support characters. Great game. I have really high expectations. I'm definitely buying this.
Yeah, when he was all with the 2 fucking lightsabers, like, oh shit, that looks dope.
And in the first game, he didn't do it like to that caliber, so it shows the growth of him.
He's gotten better with his powers and shit like that. That makes sense.
Because like in the beginning, I'm like, not trying to spoil it, but he's learning how to become one.
Yeah.
how to become a Jedi. And in that one, that motherfucker full-fledged Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Hey, you forgot about me, cuz?" Like, bro, he was like a yeah, he was like an unlocked character in Hogwarts with the wand spinning and shit.
Spinning all these little wands around.
Yeah, bro. Nah, that shit looked good. The direction they took with that was really nice. The growth
Yeah.
form and shit. I loved
Yeah,
it.
the trailer, if you guys go watch it, man, it's pretty awesome. And then the graphics for the game are pretty much kind of like that too.
Crispy, bro.
Yeah, man. And then that leads into our final game of our list. And you mentioned it earlier. Here's another goddamn remake of Resident Evil 4. You know what I
One of
mean?
the
Watching
best
that
Resident
trailer,
Evils.
I was like, damn, the eeriness and the, you know, I was never I talked shit about the movies last week and shit, but the games have
I
always done,
forgot.
the games have always done great, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's one, like, you know, shout out to my best friend, one of my best friends, Adrian. When we were younger, he had a PlayStation and he would play Resident Evil. I would watch him play. I'm like, bro, this is so boring. But I knew the storyline and the kind of what's going on or whatever. So, because that's coming out, I might just play that goddamn game too. You know, so there's another $70, man. Make sure you guys hit up our Patreon and support. I'm just playing.
This
But
man. Hey, he ain't lying though. Do it to him.
but yeah, that's a whole other. That's a game that looks pretty cool too. Cause like and this is just me. When Village came out, Resident Evil Village, I was like, all right, let me jump on this bitch. You know what I mean? Cause even
That's what
number
you started
7,
with.
yeah, that's why I started. Even I heard the 7 was great too, and I was like, so when I played Village, I'm like, damn, like if they're coming out with all these remakes, and we were already talking about the damn graphics and shit. So I mean, they probably already got me as far as like, damn, if they're remaking them and I'm gonna get into the storyline and get into the games, you know, this will be a perfect opportunity to play an older game but updated graphics that I'm gonna enjoy, that everybody loved for so many years already.
Oh yeah, and like I loved it because House of the Dead was the first like scary game type stuff I played. And that was like super first person and all that shit. So Resident Evil coming out when they integrated a third person scary feel to it.
Yeah.
Was nice too. I played Resident Evil 4 a long ass time ago. Loved it. It was one of my favorites. So the fact that they're bringing it back to light, because they remastered Resident Evil 2 and 3, we were just waiting for 4.
Yeah.
The only one that's left that could be remastered but may not need it is 5. We'll see. But they are already at like at 8 with Village. So if you started with Village, you gotta play the rest of them to understand.
Yeah, no shit.
Like, cause who Ethan is, like, cause that guy in the story, that's not Ethan, that's Leon, completely different person. Ethan's somebody that's later on in the books. Like, there's a whole story, and all the Resident Evils tie into different types of stories for it. And it's like, bro, the story for Resident Evil is crazy, crazy, and it's like you gotta watch it and you gotta play it. You know what I mean? So I definitely recommend Resident Evil 4 for all of our OGs on Resident Evil. It's another horror game, and if not, man, Resident Evil is a great game to get into. But they have all of them are on available, so like, you know, you guys can play Resident Evil 1 through 8, and there's a bunch of little side ones too. So it's like I think 4 or 5 other side ones. There's like 12 Resident Evil games out.
Damn.
So Resident Evil 4 is a really good one.
More money, goddamn games. But you're right, man. This year, and this is just the first quarter.
Bro, yes, it's only been 3
Because you know
months.
we're gonna be doing another show here in the next 2 or 3 weeks and we'll start talking about the second quarter of games and movies coming out, man. So I think that was a good list. The movies that we're looking forward to, for sure, Ant-Man and Creed and John Wick. You know, Shazam is there. Dungeons and Dragons, I know you were looking to, and you know that's gonna
a
be
great
interesting.
family
And in the
movie.
games, you know, Dead Space, Hogwarts, Atomic Heart, Destiny, Last of Us, Star Wars Survivor, and
These
Resident
games
Evil,
will be
man.
headed.
Man, this is just the first quarter of movies and games, and that's not even games that are not even in our radar that we might not know. There might be other fire games, independent games, or movies that might be out there. So let us know if we missed something that's big in your guys' eyes, or maybe a game or a movie that we should look into, or even series, you know, that you guys say, hey, you know, go check out this. If you guys like this, you might like this. So let us know in the
And remember,
comments
keep it
section
in the
of whatever
first quarter.
platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, if something in the first quarter or even something in the second quarter come in, let us know in the chat, in the comment section. Hey, y'all, look out for this one, you know, because you guys didn't think about it, but look for this one in the first quarter too. So
Yeah,
damn,
definitely.
man. that was fire, man. That was a lot of great stuff that we're hitting, and we appreciate y'all listening and watching, man. Just know that we're gonna keep different types of topics and things down the line. It's not always gonna be about games or movies. We might talk about some parenting, talk about streaming. So this is just kind of a little bit of unfortunate one and I just getting to know each other more, going into different topics that we normally wouldn't talk about on stream and things like that. So we're definitely evolving and changing as content creators, and I'm enjoying this collaboration that we've been doing, bro.
Same, man. This is just
dope, man.
This is this feels more natural, man. You know, after a while playing games gets stale. It feels like it's almost muscle memory. You're just kind of doing it. This is just a nice release, bro. You can just sit back here and just reminisce about some things. Be adults, be humans again. Just converse, socialize. It's a great thing, you know what I'm saying? Podcast, people like, oh, you gotta be a certain type of way. Bro, I just want to be me, man. And I feel like this is a great way for us to just be us. Playing a game, you gotta put up a whole whatever.
Yeah, and then everybody else gets to know us a little bit better, and we get to have different conversations with our communities and other content creators that we normally wouldn't. So this is definitely like opening different doors for us as content creators and people getting to know us, man. So I'm enjoying these.
Yeah, because see a different side of us, man. Yeah, definitely, man. Completely different side of us. And as you guys will see with the topics that we'll be presenting very shortly to you guys in the next few weeks, so you know, you guys are gonna get to learn a little bit more about us and our adventures as being dads and being husbands. There's a lot of different topics. That's hence the name of the podcast is the Not Just Gamer Dads. It's not just gonna be about that. You guys are gonna learn about what we go through, and you know, people that may have a similar thing. If you're a dad, if you're a father, a husband, you know what I'm saying, content creator, whatever it may be, you know, you could see some stuff with us and maybe like relate to it, you know what I mean, or learn something, or you know, want to share something
from you guys too.
Yeah,
you know, like, you guys thought about this, think about that, and hey, that's what we're here for, man. We're here to learn and have a good time and make some dope ass shit that people enjoy, man.
100%, man. Appreciate you and your time, Brody.
For sure, man. With that being said, y'all make sure to go check out The Unfortunate One on Facebook, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, all that
if
stuff.
There's
myself,
a space
Jimmy
for
Dukes
content.
Gaming.
We are
everywhere, man. We have steady schedules for streaming if you guys want to come check it out live, but we be posting shit all the time, so make sure you guys go check us out. With that being said, till next week, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. We appreciate y'all, man.
Follow us and find out, baby. Follow us and find out.
Peace out, mofos. Chicken no-nos.
Chicken McNoodles.
I fucked it up twice.